Hey, it's Dr. Fred, TMT. Here's my question for the week. Are you ready? What if you got everything you wanted? Would you feel grateful? You say, of course I would, but my question is, for how long? Because eventually, the irony is in the question. What if we got everything that we wanted? Well, we'd be grateful for a while, and according to our most primary human need, it would give us certainty and safety. And then after a while, what would we need? We'd want spontaneity. We'd want change. We have a need to grow and progress. And if we weren't growing and progressing, but we have everything we wanted, eventually we would get bored, we'd get miserable, and we feel unfulfilled. Have you ever seen people, they seem to have everything, right? They have everything in life, yet they're not happy. They feel unfulfilled. Look at movie stars and athletes. They get in trouble and they do crazy things, right? And they drink and they're drug addicts and they're on antidepressants and they commit suicide. Like, how can somebody that seems to have everything end up in such a position like that? Because we're driven, our humanity is driven by these needs. You know, I help people reach their goals because I coach them. And it's so fascinating because they're striving for the goal, and with each step they get happier. And they have these things, they're moving, and they're working, and they're progressing, and then they reach it. And they have a moment of celebration, and then that goal becomes anticlimactic. And then you hear the question, what's next? And then all of a sudden, it feels like there's that feeling in here that's missing. Part of it is an unfulfilled purpose, and the other part is we need to progress. So my question is, the challenge is, true gratitude is actually having what you want. It's having what you want right now, because the irony is wanting creates a desire for something we don't have. When we want something, what are we really saying? We don't have that. So what do we have? We have unfulfilled desire in this moment and this thing which doesn't exist right now. Now, I know we have a vision, because true gratitude is wanting what you have right now. And I know we have a vision and life purpose to create more, and that's awesome, but do we experience the joy of what we have right now? Okay, let me check my notes here. Okay, so that means you experience the joy, because when you have the joy of gratitude, what's that take away? It takes away the pain of wanting. It takes away the dissatisfaction of wanting. It takes away the unfulfillment of wanting to be somewhere where we're not right now. And that becomes our pain. So I remember when I was 40 years old, I just gotten divorced, and I was living in this house. I moved from North Carolina to Washington. I was living in this house and I was renting. Right, and here I am, 40 years old, man. I've been a chiropractor for 12 years, and I'm sitting there thinking, I never thought I'd be here, right? I'm divorced. I do have a clinic. I'm renting a house. It wasn't the ultimate house that I wanted, and I'm like, how did I end up here? Did you ever ask that question? It's called life. And so I hated where I was at. You know, I resented it. It wasn't the house I wanted. And then I noticed I just felt trapped in this prison. All of a sudden, I don't remember how I came to this, but I came to this epiphany. If I don't love where I'm at right now, I'm never going to get out of here, right? Because the door on the prison cell was locked. So I thought the way we open the door is loving and appreciating where we're at. So I used to walk around that house. I love this house. You know what? I love the big crack in the front door. I love the fact that I probably need to repaint. I love the fact that I probably need to change the carpet, right? I started loving all these things. And in 6 months, I lived in the most amazing house. It was fully furnished. I started a new business coaching. You know, we had a good marriage. I mean, we had all these things, and really, in a sense, the dream life. But it wasn't until I started loving where I was at that I could be given more. Now, Matthew 13:12. Get this one. For whoever has what? Gratitude. To him, more will be given. So when you have gratitude, more is given. Why? Because it keeps you in the energy of appreciation, and you will have abundance. Get this, but whoever does not have, what don't they have? Gratitude. That means what do they do have? Fear, resentment, shame, all this other stuff. Even what he has will be taken away. So when you have gratitude, more is given. When you don't have, and you have all these other negative emotions, and the desire for want, what's that create? It creates I don't have. So what you have will be taken away. Isn't that fascinating? So things in the world are here for our enjoyment. We are here. We're a child of God. We are here to live an abundant life. All this stuff is for our enjoyment, to be in joy. The problem is when we lose joy, the things in the world begin to rule our life. And when we don't have joy and things in the world rule our life, we lose those things. So here we are wanting, trying to grasp, trying to get more, and that's when we create loss. Isn't that fascinating? So Harvard did a study on people with gratitude. And they discovered people with gratitude, they're happier, they have better relationships, they sleep better, they live longer, they make more money, they live in joy, and they cope with stress better, and they're more positive about the future. How cool is that? So they say people with gratitude do three things. How many things? 1, 2, 3. They do three things. Number one, when they look at the past, they look at the past with a positive perspective. What's that mean? They say, what did I learn? So even the past pain, we all learned something. It's part of our soul journey. They look at the past with a positive outlook, which means now they can look at the present with appreciation. So if we can look at the past with a positive outlook and we can look at the present with appreciation, then we can look at the future with excitement. So what do we have? Positive outlook, appreciation, and excitement. Do you see a common theme here? I'm just wondering. Right? Positive outlook, appreciation, right? And what's the other one? Oh, excitement. So here are two words. How many? 1, 2. That can change your life. Okay, we grew up with these words. Are you ready? The really big ones. Thank you. 2 words that can change your life. Thank you. So when our parents taught us to say thank you, right? Little Freddie, just say thank you when someone gives you. They weren't just teaching us manners. What they were teaching us was how to be happy, how to stay spiritually grounded, how to be generous, and how to be loving. Because gratitude has been called the gateway to spiritual discipline. Isn't that amazing? See, we got this Italian thing going on. This is my Italian grandmother talking to me like this in broken English. So here we go, Psalm 100. Enter his gates with thanksgiving. Thank you. It says, how do we connect with God? By saying thank you. Okay, James 4:6. The more thankful we are, the more power we receive. So when we say thank you, we have gratitude, we receive power. But it's already the power that's in us, because we're already part of the universe, right? We're quantum light beings already. That is the power and connection to the universe. Philippians 4:6. Rejoice in the Lord always and pray with supplication and thanksgiving. It says, pray with thanks. Again, do you know there's 59, how many? 59 verses of gratitude and thanks in the Bible. Okay, I'm sure there's a lot in other books. I just happen to read this one the most, so whatever one you're reading, this is a universal spiritual principle, gang. But just in the Bible alone, we have 59 verses, so check this out. 1 Thessalonians 5:16. I'm not here preaching religion, just using it as a source. 3 steps. Are you ready? 3 steps. How many? 1, 2, 3. Rejoice always. What's rejoice mean? Come back into joy. Come back into joy when? Sometimes? 10% of the time? No. What? Always. Rejoice always. Pray continually. This is probably prayer right here. Okay? And then what? Give thanks in all circumstances. Which ones? Just the good ones? No? Or in all, in the most painful ones, we got to give thanks. See, that's the hardest one, because what do we want to do? We want to bitch about it. We're attached to our story. We feel justified. I've been violated. No, give thanks in all situations. Why? Because gratitude is the language of God. Gratitude is the language of the universe. Gratitude is the language of abundance, because gratitude restores. Right? What's it do? Gratitude restores. That's what it does. It changes things. It transforms and it restores. So check this out. So if that's the language of God in the universe, let me ask you a question. Are you ready? Really powerful question right here. What language do you want to speak? I know what I want to speak, because how many times during the day do we complain about stuff? Raise your hand. Do you complain about things any time during the day? Everybody does. Right? So when you notice yourself complaining, what do we do? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Bruce Lipton, MD, wrote The Biology of Belief. There's a whole new science called epigenetics, where your beliefs can actually change your genetic structure. He says you can reprogram your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind rules 99%, 99% of your life. You can reprogram it with gratitude and mindfulness. What's mindfulness? I have a whole chapter on mindfulness right here in You're More Powerful, gang. This is a spiritually based book to help you fulfill your soul purpose. There's a whole chapter. So what's mindfulness? 5 steps. Are you ready? Number 1, stop. So when you notice yourself in fear, you notice yourself in negative language, negative self-talk, whatever those thoughts are. Number 1, stop. That's what mindfulness is. In a moment to pattern interrupt. Stop. Number 2, feel your fear. Like, shit, I got all this fear. I'm worried about something future. Feel it. Go, yeah, man, okay, I feel it. Number 3, are you ready? Appreciate it. So you know the adage, what you resist persists. So when we feel fear, no, I don't want to do that. I want to, I'm going to say positive things, but it's wired in your subconscious mind. So you can't get rid of something by resisting it, because by resisting, you're feeding an energy. So what do? We appreciate it and love it. Go, wow, I'm feeling this fear. That's so cool, because that's my humanity. It's not my divinity. That's just my mind worried about something in the future. So we appreciate it. Then what do? When we're feeling that fear, we got our backpack. We give it a new meaning. What's that mean? Hey, this is in my mind. It's all good. I don't need to be attached to it, so what can I do? I'm just going to give it to God. How do you give it to God? Speak His language. What's His language? Gratitude. Thank God. That I feel that fear, because I know it's an illusion. I know I can change my mind right now. So I love and appreciate. It's like that little kid. If you're a parent, and we were all little kids, when you hurt yourself and you go run into your mother, like kids go to dad for fun, they go to mom when they get hurt and they want love, right? So they go to their mom. Now what's mom do? Oh, it's okay. Do you have any fear your kid's gonna die? No, you fell down, scraped your elbow. What's mom do? Wants to make you feel better, right? They want to make you feel better, and they give you love. It's okay, you stop crying. What's kid do? Once he feels better, runs around until he falls down again, and then comes back to mom. Right? So imagine if your spirit was like your mom, just giving you love. Hey, I feel the fear. The kid's crying. That's your humanity crying for attention and love. And you go, okay, I'm just going to love that beingness in me. I love my humanity. I'm going to appreciate it. I'm going to have gratitude that these are the things that are really happening in my life. And then number 5, what's to do? It brings fear. Gratitude is the bridge from fear to love and abundance. So what do? You stop in a moment. You feel the fear. You appreciate it. You give it a new meaning. You go into gratitude. Then you bring that into love. So Harvard did a study, and they said daily exercise. Are you ready for this? So here's your really daily exercise. Number 1, we have 5 steps for mindfulness. And here's what we're going to do. Number 1, write 3 things that you're grateful for in the morning. Write them down, 3 things that you're grateful for. Number 2, say it out loud. Because when you say it, you're actually wiring it into your mind. Then you feel it in your body, because your physiology rules. You believe what you feel. So when we say it, we give gratitude, we identify it, we say it out loud, we feel it in our body, breathe it in, feel it in your physiology, and then do that twice a day. So here's what I did. I woke up this morning, I said, I am grateful for TMT. I am grateful for all you guys that follow and watch this and share. I'm truly, truly grateful for you guys. Number 3, I'm grateful that we can be blessed so that we can be a blessing. So share this with someone that needs a blessing. Please comment, share this all over your timelines and all over to people that need it. So let's be blessed, because we have a blessing. 3 things, twice a day, right? Identify it, write it, speak it, feel it. So I write it, speak it, feel it. Love you guys. Let's be in gratitude today. Let's change the whole consciousness of the planet, all of humanity right now. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate you.